Hello everybody and welcome to the Moon here on Malts and Meeples. I'm Petter and today we are on to adventure number 4, going up against the Astra Corporation at level 4. Let's see, we were on a story part 6. So let's see where that leads us. It's 169. Message from the Human Alliance. We live in dark times. The asteroids are multiplying and we must aim for a new start and fast. There is water on the moon and we have discovered lunar plants hidden underground. So I feel like I am not as centered as I could be. So we've improved that. Thanks to the Alpha Complex and its automatic production system, we'll be able to build our future city, the capital of the moon. Captain K will give you your instructions. We must supply the Alpha Complex with resources. Under our feet, the mine is full of these precious resources. So do we want, this is the decision I have to make, figure out kind of what set of objectives we're going to. Let's have the complex run at full capacity. Let's be precise and methodical in our operations. Let's do full capacity. So you can have slight differences here. Our factories must yield the highest output possible. Here are the mission orders. So we get 82, 85, and 86. 82, 85, and then 86. And we'll look what these are here at the table. Let me know if this is too small. As I do this, I can zoom in a touch more, but you can see things only fit so well. So, looking here at the rule sheet, complete 5 columns. So complete these lower parts here. This one is upgrade or activate a total of 6 factories, either main or secondary. We'll talk about that here in a second. And then the last one is circle 8 plants in the mine, whether they are extracted or not. So let me set stuff off to the side here, take a sip of beer. Give this a couple good shuffles as we get ready to get going here. The big thing that we can do here is we're filling in these mine rows, and these mine rows, there are 3 of them, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wide. That means we only can miss 3. However, you can fill in however you want. And if I fill in, for example, one of these 2 spots with a water symbol, I'll gain the water. But I don't gain it, I'll circle the water. I don't gain it until we filled that column completely. Then we have all these different spots, and each thing is worth a different amount of points to start. So the leaves and water, well, leaves are worth 2. This kind of opalescent mineral is worth 2. The red gem is worth 2. Water's worth 3. And then over here we have our astronauts. They just allow us to adjust numbers, but they're worth 0 for each time we use one. As well as then here, these are worth -3 for each time we use one. But if we upgrade those factories, then we got something. 3. We got our starting 3. All right, a 14 And we have an energy. We also have an 8 and a leaf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could put the 8, because then we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We could put the 8 right here. Let's do that. 8 of leaves. Oh, but I'm giving you Franklin here. We're going to do this once. I'm giving Franklin here a card that's worth a lot of points for him. But I want to put my 8 here, which gets us that. And because we have leaf, it gets us that. It's a solid start right there. But I really don't want to give energy. And energy and robots are the two ways you upgrade stuff. So we have a 7 and a 9. I could do a 9 down here and do a 9 of water. Let's do that. I'm just trying to collect as many things as I can right now. Okay, we have energy, robot, and leaves. Robot is the best one to get rid of right there. Alright, so I can do leaves. Actually, let's do leaves. We're getting rid of our robot. I can go 1, and it's leaves, so I can get that one. Remember, I just need to circle 8 of them to do it in time. Now, Astra here, when you earn a bonus for filling a main factory, I can circle 2 of these. However, A and B will have me crossing off factories. So we have some leaves here. Lots of leaves thus far. And a 6, 7, and 8. Let's do 7. We're gonna give them a leaf. Yeah. And a water. Let's put that there. What I haven't done thus far is everything I'm scoring is scoring at the lowest possible. And obviously I have a whole bunch more to fill in. We have a 6, 12, and 11. I do like the idea of using 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'd love to have a 10 there. Could do an 11 right there. 11, we give up the leaves. Do 11 with an energy here. So 9, 10, let's do that 11 right there. With that energy, now I can cross off something. Right now, it looks like pretty even split. Actually, I have more red. So if I can gain a bunch of those, I crossed off the wrong one there. I can take those red things and make them worth 3 points for me. Alright, so 2 energy and a robot. Honestly, I should probably do this way and get rid of that robot. Because that works well right there for me. Oh, we have B. So we'll cross off one of these. And that's it. I'll draw another one here. All right. I mean 2 and an energy. I'd love to use the robot here. Can use 8 in an energy right there, I guess. Actually, that's probably a better call. Do 8, and we will do the energy. Getting rid of another robot. I dislike that a little bit. No bonus there, but it does now allow me to cross off something else here. Let's do it on water. I could also do it up there to get closer to completing the secondary objective as well. Alright, we have leaf, helmet. Oh yeah, the helmets are going to be useful, but let's do helmet gone. Let's demonstrate how this works then. 8. So we cross off 1 here and 2 here. I have an energy. So let's see. Let's cross off that actually. Because of the level I'm playing at, getting those 3 robots is going to be nice for me. Alright, we have a C. C doesn't do anything until the second time around when it will flip that. We have a robot and energy. We have a 14. That's pretty nice. 14 of energy. We'll get rid of that 8. Because if I do that, let's do it here. I can then use the energy to cross that off, which gains me this bonus here, which is 3 of them. So that's now there. And I'm 1 shy there. Things are going to be worth a few more points for me now. 4, 5, and 13. Well, I want that 13. That doesn't do me a ton of good. So let's actually give that one away. So I want to place out the 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do our 4 right there. That gets me another robot. So we cross that off and cross that off. Okay. We're starting to get some of our factories doing stuff. 13's good. But I don't need a leaf there. So we'll toss the leaf and do a robot again. I mean, it's not bad, but where do I want to go with this? Let's work on that green right now. $15, 9, and 3. I mean, I guess let's get rid of that. Do the 15. 15's always good. Let's put it down there. Just so we can potentially get both of those. And I have an energy. So cross that off. Then we have 3 cards here. This one does allow me to place down an X, but the more I do of those, unless I upgrade this, negative points. Numbers 13, 4, and 6. Well, 6 with leaves or water is useful for me right here. Let's go with water. Okay, not bad. Water. Well, let's look at the numbers. 3, 7, and 8. Don't need an 8, but I can use that to manipulate numbers, but It's a tough call. Actually, no. We're going to get rid of that manipulate number. I probably will regret that later on. This one's interesting because right now I'm looking at like I need to start getting more vertical filled in here. I mean 9 with an energy isn't bad. And let's use that energy here. Could start using it at top, but I don't quite want to yet. 1. We're going to use that 1 for sure. I'm going to give an energy away for green. Three more. What do we have number-wise? 15. Well, 15 is a pretty safe bet. And we have a green, so we're giving away the astronaut. But like I said, that's going to be risky at some point in time. So, that gets us another one of those. 2 here. And 2 of these. Now that 15, though, is worthless to me to have in the deck. Oh, grabbed an extra one there. 12, 11, 10. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking 12 with a leaf over this. Yeah, this is the lowest one. So let's do that. 12. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're close on that one. It was not necessarily my intent to get that one right away, but I won't complain about it. 10, 9, 6. So I could do a 10 right there, actually. That's pretty solid. Better than dropping a 9 there. I need to gain resources, but if I do my 10 with that, get rid of the leaf, I can put that there, which gets me 1, 2, 3 symbols. Yeah, that's worth it. 3 symbols is good. Alright, robot. Robot's on an 11. That'd be nice there. But I kind of want to go 10 and robot. Get rid of that. Planning. But if I do the 10 there, that also gives me a robot, which means I can look to upgrade one of these two. I'm going to continue here because I have a lot of plants coming in. Well, we're going to lose something. Let's lose this red bonus. And then we have these 3. 3 is nice. 5 and 7. 7's also nice. I can drop that. Let's do that. Let's do our 7. And I can complete this. So now my plants are scoring much, much better. I'm still only at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants, which means I have to correct the orientation of some cards here. Let's verify. No more. No more. That's a big stack of points. I'm going to be able to do some, but and I've upgraded 4, so I'm too shy on that. Reminds me I forgot to circle those. I have 2 out of 5 done there. What are we going to hit next? 1, 2, 3. 9, 13, 11. Could do the 11 down there. You know what? We're going to do the 11 with the 13. Because if I do the 11 down here, I'm still set up to grab those two. And I can just put an X right there. That now gives me a whole bunch of things. 1, 2 of those, 1 red, and 2 more green. Haven't completed any of these yet. That seems tricky. I'm getting close. 7. Actually, 7 and an energy doesn't feel too bad. We're giving away a water. But this was a 4. There's no spot I want to use a 4 for water. 13. And leaves is... Actually, we're going to do that. I'm giving away an energy. I'm risking it. 13. Leaves, that gets me 8 points on C. That's why I wanted to do it there. Also, my stacks are backwards. 7. Okay, we have a good... Ooh, we have a 7 and a robot. Any good use for that? I'm considering going toward the top there. But 7. Or I can give away the robot here. I'm going to go... Which reminds me, I need to circle this. But if I do 7 here, that gets me a water. The first water I have, interesting. And, oh, this is my 3rd time doing this, by the way. That's a decent number of negative points coming my way. So I should work on completing that. But then I can drop an X. How many of these should I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a nice thing is I can quickly do a tally. So for those red, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was my first water, I said. So that's everything from there. Now if I do an X somewhere, where do I want to do this X? Probably let's do it there. Gets me 2 more of those and a water. Circle that. I've now completed this one as well for another 8 points. So that's scoring me some good points, thankfully, because I need them. I still don't have any of these full, though. 7, 8, and 9. Okay, well, I only have 1 spot for this. It has to go there. And I can get an energy. Energy is solid. So, 9. You do that. We have 1, 2 water. 1 of these and 1 of these. And I'm going there. Well, A and B flip, and we lose 2 more bonuses. We didn't get any of the bonuses. So we have 2 energy, 5 and 9. Well, we're not using the 9, and we have an 8. So the only one I can use is a 5. 5's a decent one to put there. 2, 3, 4. Fill that in. Yeah, let's do 5. And obviously we have either leaves or an energy. leaves don't do us any good. So we'll take an energy and put it there. Means leaves go away. Okay, that's the right one to have go. Robot. Okay, here we go. We have an 11. Oh, I could do 11 of leaves right there. That is really solid. I could also do 2, which is really tempting as well. Because if I do 2 of robots, I could do an 11 of robots and miss out on those 2 though. But if I do that, I can make it so those aren't negative anymore. Actually, we're going to do an 11 of leaves. Simply because that's 2 more leaves and 1 of each of these. Okay, we have an energy. Okay, the energy is a 6. I can use that. And then leaves again. So we're giving up a water. That's 3 points we're giving away. But 6 gets us that and that. So 2 red. We're getting close on red. I mean, we're scoring pretty solidly on here. Awesome. So we have a 15, 10, and 7. I'm going to use the 15 and the 10. Goodbye, leaves. To unfortunately take a... I could get it down to a 13, doesn't really matter. 14 there. So we cross off 2 more of those and another leaf. Glad. Oh, and we cross off 1 of these. Now, these are worth 0 points to me currently. That's going to stay that way. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. That's going to stay that way. So I could drop a 3 there. Ooh, and a 3 of robots. Or a 3 of energy. That's the issue. Is... I could drop a 3... 12. I could do a 12 of water. Actually, let's do the 12 of water. So we gain 1, 1, and then 1, 1. That one's not crossed off right there. I'll get around to it, I think. But we're also on level 4 difficulty now, by the way. 12, 5. I mean, 5 with a robot has to be the option here. We go 5. Look at that. Where do we want to use the robot? Do that. Now those guys are worth 0 for me, which means that's a whole lot better looking. 6. Uh-oh. But we can't play anything here. So I guess we're tossing away the robot and some points. We need low numbers. Okay, we got 2. Oh no, we can play that. We have a 1 and can either use a robot or actually let's use the robot. Oh, but that's energy. It's minus, we're going to do it because I'm going to put my 1 here, grab that, by the way, those are done as well. to do that. Gets me 2 more over there, because those are worth a lot of points at this point. 5, 9, and 14. Can't do a 5, or can't do anything there. Gotta give them 1. And then the final 3 here, low number in there. Too low. Got a 1. So we'll give you that. I'm not convinced we've won this time. But we do have 1, 2. Oh wait, I did complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So we do have 20 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 4 is 48. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5 is 30. These are only worth 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Don't have to do the math in another spot. These are worth 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I mean, this is feeling pretty high, but I feel like this is also going to be pretty high, because we didn't complete any of these, which means we never got to block anything. Here, 0 and 0. Well, not 0 there. 15. So 68, 98, 118, 148, 154, 144, 139. So that's our total there. This, by the way, is an 8. Got to do the ever-popular sorting. And I believe this game does have you kind of failing forward. By that I mean we're doing pretty good, not too much energy in there. But failing forward basically means that you're going to advance no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I mean, that's a nice 20. That's workable. This is going to be the higher one, but 4. So we only got 24 there. Leaves, there are a bunch of those, and they're worth 4 points each, second highest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 4 is 36. Water, we only had 2. That's 6. Astronauts, probably should have kept more. 18. And then 4 of those for another 8. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. So that's 44, 74, 80, 86, 96, 104, 112, 125. So, yes, that was close, but a success. Let me wipe this off and we'll flip out so we can see everything that's coming up next time here. And we'll read the end, a little bit of the story though first for this. So, if at least one player has accomplished Goal B, go to 74. I did get Goal B, not too early on there, but before the end of the game. Where we have perfectly exploited the Alpha Industrial Complex. The Human Alliance has therefore decided to entrust us with the construction of the capital city on the moon. Assign our stars and everything to the dashboard. So on the back here, I write down our star total. We get 2, and we were on 74 there. So that's that. But now, as I erase these last couple spots, look over the board here, make sure this is good. That was closer than I thought it might be before I started adding up those numbers. Let's get these back in position. I'm glad I succeeded on those goals, because that was 8 points less. I would have still won, but it would have been close. But now we have all our 3s. We go here into the new capital. Looks like we have underground and above ground bases here. What's that symbol? We'll figure out what that is and how we fill that in. A bunch of different things here. A bunch of different symbols for what we're trying to do. And we do have new over here as well. We keep on leveling up our challenge. I did mess around with, I think it was level 6 on one of the missions on BGA. I was close. I didn't get the win, but I was close. As you can see, super even across the board. That actually is just nice because it allows me the freedom to do what I want. But it looks like we get points for completing these somehow. We'll have to see. It looks like there's points potentially for having the most astronaut symbols, which we haven't used. Also, interesting divide there. There's a whole lot going on this board, so I'll have to check that out before next week. Or not next week, but this upcoming Wednesday. Yes, I will be back this Wednesday. Plan is to play Scenario 5, Adventure 5 of Welcome to the Moon, and that will put us at the halfway point. Hopefully you're having fun with this. If you're interested in the game, definitely check it out on Board Game Arena. It is available there to play, if you're familiar with Board Game Arena. I'm not 100% sure that it is free for everybody, but there are definitely games going on that you can join. So, with that, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell. It's going to let you know when the new videos come out. And videos come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesdays, board gaming. Right now it is Welcome to the Moon. And then on Friday around 9 p.m. Central, my wife and I are playing through a campaign of Baldur's Gate 3. So join us for that. You can also find articles on board games and stuff like that on my website, nerdologist.com. The link for that should be down in the description below. Check out the backlog of videos here on the 10 Minute Marvel YouTube, not 10 Minute Marvel YouTube channel, but the Malts and Meeples YouTube channel. And you can also find me and my Marvel podcast over on the 10 Minute Marvel YouTube channel, or you can search for 10 Minute Marvel wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. But with that, bottoms up.